Hello everybody, my name is Sniping is Fun, and this video is going to be a very quick video I'm going to be presenting you guys today, and it's going to be my quick thoughts on the recently leaked, I'm putting in quotations there, Super Smash Bros. 4 roster we basically seen, I think like earlier today or yesterday or something. Just my quick thoughts, the pros and cons, what I like and dislike about this roster. Hypothetically speaking, if it actually is, if it were the real roster, whether or not it is totally up in the air at this point. But I'm basically gonna give my thoughts on um, what I like and dislike about what I'm seeing on this roster. I'm gonna be really quick about it. I'm gonna talk about pros, talk about cons, be done in about 3-5 minutes. Okay, so basically basically if you guys haven't heard about this leaked roster or haven't really seen it, it's basically just a couple of various leaked screenshots of the 3DS version of Super Smash Bros. Showing off various characters on the roster, dealing with returning vets and newcomers. Some of the newcomers obviously would include Shulk, Dark Pit, the Duck Hunt Dog, and whatnot. Some veterans being returning Dr. Mario. Oh, and another newcomer was Bowser Jr. Um, Dr. Mario returning, Falco returning, Mr. Game & Watch Wario, Rob, and stuff like that. So basically, characters that are basically cut would basically be like Wolf, Snake, Lucas, Mr. The who's the other character I'm trying to think of that was cut? Ice climbers and people like that. Okay, so that's just basically the general gist of what you're like. If you haven't seen it, like that's the general gist of what it is. Okay, my things I like about this roster, obviously seeing Shulk on it's pretty cool. The Duck Hunt Dog is interesting. He certainly isn't a character I would highly have asked for, but it's not a character I'm hating. I would have rather saw like a Mike Jones or a Mokrai or something, but if it was the Duck Hunt Dog, that'd be interesting. Or Sheriff even, I would have rather seen too. Um, I and I'm basically also like the rumored like some of the alternate costume for some of the characters like Bowser Jr. basically having the other Koopa kids or something as costumes supposedly. And these are various leaks from different people, so they're not all from the same leak. Um, but basically like that and like how Shulk plays sort of and stuff like that. That sounds pretty cool too. And the fact that Guar Plains is his stage actually sounds interesting too. Um, Basically, and that's generally just what I like. I mean, I already like basically most of the characters we already got confirmed, like Robin, Lil Mac, and Mega Man. Add in Shulk and some random characters like Bowser Jr., Dark Pit, Dr. Mario, I guess, and Duck Hunt Dog, and it actually just as a fairly interesting roster, I guess. So basically, the pros, I just overall like how diverse it looks to be. On the other hand, cons I don't like. Um, I'm not the biggest fan of Dr. Mario being brought back. I think he should be an alternate costume. He would be an alternate costume instead. Duck Hunt Dog, like I said, is not the biggest third retro character I'm really asking for. Dark Pit's kind of. I know he can do certain different attacks, but he might be a Lucina-like clone, so yeah. And I'm also not the biggest fan of seeing Bowser Jr. in there either because we already got so many Mario characters. And like if you add Dr. Mario and Bowser Jr. onto the roster, we now have like if this is the real roster, we have 7 Mario characters. Well, we're still at 5 for Pokemon and 5 for Zelda. Like, where's the fairness? I know Mario's their big main mascot, but why is he if this is true, why in the world like is it that's a little unfair on top of the fact that they still have Wario and they still have Yoshi, which are still technically partially Mario characters. I'm just saying it's a little unfair. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of Duck Hunt Dog and so on and so forth. And also one thing I'm not really a big fan of um, is the rumored DLC roster. Basically, the DLC roster is rumored to be Lucas, Wolf, the Chorus Men from Rhythm Heaven, and Ice Climbers and Snake. Um, unless this is like a first batch of like, you know, DLC and there's more DLC characters to come like in future years and whatnot. I think this is kind of disappointing in the fact that the only newcomer in that DLC roster is Chorus Men, the Chorus Kids, Marshall. Um, the fact that they're basically like 4/5 of that DLC roster that was leaked is essentially just a bunch of characters that were already in Brawl. So, like I was saying, why would you just add them as DLC? Why wouldn't you use that DLC space unless this is like a first batch and they're gonna add like 5 more characters later and so on and so forth? That's more newcomers. Why would you use this like DLC spot to basically add a lot of characters that are, you know, already that were already in Brawl on disc? And that's just what I'm saying. So yeah, those are my quick little thoughts on the current leaked roster and hypothetically what my thoughts are pros and cons wise, what I like and dislike in terms of it if it were to be the actual roster. Like I said, the pros, I like the seeing Shulk in there. I think Duck and Dog seems interesting. Dark Pit's kind of cool. Um, some of the stages they've shown off seem to be quite interesting, even though you can't really see mostly what in the world they are. And that's about that. What I don't like is I'm not a big fan of Dr. Mario returning. I mean, we already have a double Link. I mean, and if it was a double Mario, why would it be Dr. Mario? Why wouldn't it be like Paper Mario? Like, it's just bringing back a melee character like that just seems a little off to me. Um, and the fact that the DLC roster is just full of characters that were already in Brawl and not so many newcomers. And that's essentially it. I went a little over how long I really wanted to go, but that's what you do when I'm talking about these videos. I tend to go on and on when I talk about this stuff. I hope you guys like this video. Please subscribe if you want to. Have a nice day, and put in the comment section what you think about this leak. Do you think it's true? Do you think it's not true? Do you think part of it is true and part of it is false? I'd like to see what's happening there, and I'll see you guys later.